like it is actually streaming. Yes, good. Okay, so now it looks to be streaming live twice. Look, it's coming up live twice over on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. That works.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. So just
Yeah.
tech.
Okay.
Let's go to that screen.
Doing is attaching the spout to the limbic.
Just this guy up.
Yeah, because I don't need him right now.
Yeah. And oh no, that'll sit with the spout above the because I'm like, oh, it's not. I was wondering whether or not it would still sit, but it looks like
Actually, it's way too thick. That's part of my problem.
Oh.
Way too. The wall is too thick.
I didn't want to make it too thin to begin with.
I'm just gonna have to
Trim. Oh, better too much there than too little.
Either is not really great, but it's like peeling a potato here. You know? Because there.
Yeah, I'll get it going over here so you have closer words. There we go. Now Sarah, Kate, and Carol watch.
Okay. Hello, guys. Putting the spout on the limbic.
It's like putting on a teeny tiny teapot
And
spout.
this is no, teapot spouts would be easier to do.
As I said, teeny tiny. Kate says, "Hello, ladies."
Hello. Because I did the split lip on it.
Yeah.
Part of it goes down. I'm trying to put something on right in there. Right just past that.
Do you need?
No, because it's not gonna, a tool is not gonna help right now. This is just one of the times where I'm glad that I don't have big hands.
No, I was going to ask
I
if
want
you
it to
wanted
be nice and smooth.
a narrow
too.
tool to put up the spout.
Yeah, because I can do this. Do that. Oh, and then I get the cat big wide eyes.
Oh.
It is not a still.
No.
Stills are illegal.
Those are some old laws dating
They're
back.
old prohibition laws.
Yeah, they're old prohibition laws still on books.
But no, those are very much still on the books.
Oh yeah. It's Kate from Adiantum. Shh, former Baroness. Yeah, and there's a lot of Kates out there, so thank you for referencing which Kate.
Ah, yes. Well, yeah. It's like when we lived in Alicia, there was 2 Kates. In a barony of 30 people.
There were
There
two
were 2
Kates.
Kates.
There was. She's been looking for a limbic forever.
Oh, yes. As you can see, yes, make limbics. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to attach the little knob on the top.
Because that was what was in the original drawing
Yeah,
for
I'm
that one.
doing what.
If you wanted one that didn't have a knob, that could also be done.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the vessel. Kelly and Beth have joined. Hello.
Hello, guys.
Tool.
Doing the teeny tiny little spout of a limbic.
Versus the one that I was been running off the edge. Also a bit of food alchemy kind of thing. This one's from the small prototype.
I'll probably be working on that one next to get some of the stuff to see if I can. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the fine adjustments on that one next.
Yes.
Then after that, I'll get to doing some throwing new pieces today.
Mom,
That's funny.
this one's a better fit. Well, also, yes, it might end up being that one.
Yeah, because I could always just cut the walls of that one down.
Yeah. Well, if you cut the walls of it down, it might not.
Oh, it would.
Oh, yeah, because you just cut it down to way down here.
Bingo.
Yeah, because that looks to be a better match diameter-wise
Yeah,
than
done
its
that.
original lid, which,
Was just a little too less in the way of clay.
yeah, he's too small.
I thought he might be.
So I'll bring this guy down here for modification. Also, you can round off the top of it and get the markings off. Since that end is now going to be a top.
Well, that's easy enough to do.
It's this beautiful one. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and now for something completely different. A knob.
A knob.
It's going to have a knob on the top.
It's not Greek though, or Roman. Oh, do you need goo? Oh, you have goo right there. What am I talking about? You have the mother of all goo pots.
Yes. That's where all goo emanates from. Usually if you have some thicker goo over there.
That one's also thin goo.
I think the thick goo's on
Juliana
that front.
says, "Good day, ladies."
Hello.
I think this is the container of thick goo.
A gloppy gloop. Gloppy gloop.
Gloppy gloop. And this one could just be like a little condiment dish now.
Yeah. Go. Goop. It's slip. It's mushy clay. From this
We just generally refer to it as
goop.
or sometimes as stink when it's from the bottom of the bucket. Because sometimes you get I don't know, it's just barely enough organic matter in there to
That's when it's really good clay.
yeah. The black slime invades it.
It's better than the time that I had it
Oh,
growing
yeah.
the big fuzzy mold. That was really disgusting.
There was a time where she ended up with an overgrowth of mold in her wheelhead.
Yeah, it was. I think it was just a local mold.
Yeah, it was just we don't live there anymore. Belinda's right. No.
Well, we lived on the coast, the mold capital of the world,
Yeah.
otherwise known as Humboldt County.
Yeah.
No, they actually did have a lot of problems with mold there.
Yeah, that they did.
I did make a joke about it being the
Yes.
mold capital of
So
the
I'm
world.
really curious
but
about your process. Do you spend an entire day throwing and then an entire day painting, glazing? Or do you break up your days and throw in the morning and paint in the afternoons and evenings? We do break it up. We don't do throwing every
put this
day.
and put it,
Wrap it up?
wrap it back up.
Okay. We don't do throwing every day because it's bad for the muscles. It's
Yeah.
very wearing.
I'm old. I can't throw. I can occasionally throw 3 days in a row, but I usually end up paying for it in the end because I'll end up with sore muscles. Because, well, I have tendonitis in my wrists.
Amongst other issues.
Yeah,
There
it was
it's all wrapped up.
removing a little bit of wallpaper from the bathroom ended up making my ankles hurt.
Your ankles.
My ankles. of
Oh, because
all
you were
things.
doing this bit on
Yeah.
the top.
I have bad ankles.
Yeah.
I've broken my ankles. I have sprained my ankles. I have.
Belinda says, I love your talents.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, just stupid, you know,
There's
joint and soft tissue injuries over the year.
There's time periods where we will sit and do but painting
All day.
all day for days on end.
That's also not a good idea.
No,
Because
that
then-
also makes sore.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what I want.
So
Look for
the
something.
current
Using the
Giffen grip
Giffen grip.
is footsies.
It is little footsies. This I'm gonna want to turn it upright.
Yeah, because you're going to be slicing off the top of it.
Go.
So yeah, what is currently the top edge of it is just the right diameter.
Yeah, but it's
much too tight.
Yes.
Yeah.
but Sarah, I know.
But
Okay. And this will help me center this on the wheel.
yes.
It's a
than
trimming. It's for trimming. It's called a Giffen grip.
Not a
Does it have-
Griffin grip.
That would be
Just one.
that would be in the sentence.
Yes.
Because it has little
colors.
and
Sorry.
yeah, what I do is turn this on. If you look at
Rather than
this.
spending like 15 minutes or more centering it and trying to get it to hold in place with little globs of clay. It's just those 3 little feet. The Giffen grip's not a cheap tool, but it's
It's really worth the
it's well
$200.
worth the price. It doesn't want to let go yet.
No, for one thing, I'm holding on to before it goes back in,
Ah,
so I can't just lift it up. Okay, and it's
I wonder if
There we
that'd be useful for something.
I don't know, wrap it up and we'll see.
Yeah. Because I just looked at it and going,
All I have to do is round this off, round. I have really tough skin on my hands anymore for some odd reason. I can't imagine. Can you?
It's very polished, the skin on your
Yes.
hands.
I have work hardened hands.
You don't have rough calluses. You have dense calluses.
Very smooth, almost sandblasted, you might say.
Polished.
Polished.
Michelle is doing. Hello.
And now I can just cut it down a little bit, but that's okay. Yeah. Why don't you put this?
I'm hitting refresh on. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, I
because
will.
this is not refreshing. Okay.
No.
I just didn't get any of the.
I have no idea why that one comes up with a different feed, but this one
I
had
know.
gotten to the point where it was several minutes behind the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And well, if you look at how slow it's
Yeah.
refreshing.
What I'm gonna do, see, it has things on both sides. That I have different size stilts, and this is just a pad that holds on to it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna turn it around.
Oh, I know what this would be good for. Depending on how throwing the next fermentation jar it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, there it
There you
is. It reloaded now.
Okay.
And now it's like less than 30 seconds behind.
And now what I do here is find the right loop tool.
How many loop tools do you have versus how many loop tools do you think is necessary?
Depends on what you use them for.
Yeah.
No, honestly. And it's could I loop tools wear out?
Yeah, they do. Because
Because you're Yeah.
I'm going to show you the whole variety of loop tool. See, I just grabbed the one off the top, which you have more than one of. Here's a loop tool that's pretty average. Versus, okay, this one used for trimming like what she's doing right now. This one is more of a sculpture tool. And yeah, that's like made with brass tubing wire.
Now, I can take this off.
See if it fits.
It fits pretty well.
Yeah.
Probably need to trim it down just a little
A
bit more.
little bit more, yeah. Cool. He almost needs shorter feet. Now, most of the use of loop tools that you do anymore, it's when you're doing the multi-part construction.
Yes. I don't do a lot of the modern trimming
No.
because that's a lot
Linda
of what
says, wow.
that is.
Jeffrey's one. Hello. There's none of the really old school trimming. Because how they got a lot of those eggshell thin pots, they weren't thrown that thin. Because if you threw that thin to try to make the clay that thin just during the throwing process, they'd collapse, they'd tear on your hands. Because there's like no structural integrity to the clay when it's that thin, when it's wet. What they do is they, after it's thrown, they trim it thinner.
On like a lathe.
On a lathe. Oh, yeah.
That was the bit on Tiny Teen.
Yes,
That was cool.
the wedge wood.
And that's
site.
a bit later. That's like 1800.
Well, that's also how they
No,
made
but
the Grecian pieces like
Yeah.
thinner.
go and then damn you. Now it stops.
You have more arguments with the foot pedal on your wheel. Well, what's the matter, Nix? Did you get too warm in the sunny window?
Oh, that's terrible.
We didn't bring her out with us last time we were out. We just attached the handles and the like. Because it was cold. And she's hyper when it's cold?
She was looking for the warm spot. There was no warm spot.
Yeah.
So she never settled down.
No.
So
So that's when it's below like 60 out here, we do not bring the cat.
it's what 68 out here now.
Yeah, it's quite pleasant for very room temperature.
So we don't keep the set the thermostat at 68. Set it at 66.
Yes. Oh, we save power that way. We annoy the power companies enough as it is because we have electric kilns.
The one up here, they're not annoying with us.
No. Also, power is cheaper here in Washington.
A little bit, yes. Like 1/3 the price.
Yes, compared to California. Yeah, power is literally one thing costing. And when it's cold, she has to generate her own heat. Oh, like when it's warm, she can chill out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Gotta run off all of that, to generate muscle warmth. Isn't that right, Nix? Because you're a short-haired kitty cat.
Yeah, we have one lid. One nice heavy lid, 'cause that's what. Oh, well, that's not happy.
No. I've
How rude.
never seen that with a plate before. I think that bat needs to get taken out of circulation.
Yeah, here we go. There's a small fermentation jug.
Oh, actually, that shape for the lid looks really nice. So that's the fermentation jug with the lid on.
Oh yeah, and here's some of the other.
The endless uses we have for old
No, these
yogurt
are,
containers.
oh yeah, these are the different height, some of the different height stilts for my Giffen Grip. For when I do the really big pieces, like some of the Greek pieces, I use these tall ones. But mostly I use just this
Little
size
stubby guys.
and the little stubby guys. And if I'm doing plates, I have a where's the other ones? At the bottom, of course. Then there are the ones, well, if you're like doing plates or something, you have these big ones here. So you can get an even bigger thing onto there, like big platters or something.
Okay. What kind of throwing you're gonna do? Do you use the white water or the black water when you
Use
do
the black water.
Okay. Because we are going to be doing
You know,
the
like
two-tone
this one
colors.
that I hadn't switched it to yet.
Yes.
It's right there.
Okay. Get the wire tool.
Oh, is our signal crappy or something today?
Yeah, looks when this one has low signal, I don't know how. Thing is we were looking at the feed, the resultant feed the other day, and it seemed to have come up with decent on other people's machines.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one it seems to be very low priority.
There's our
So
message.
it's Linda says gorgeous. Andy's gives hearts. This one dropped out on there. Is it easier to throw clay than use slip?
Yes. Because clay, it'll also be a much stronger piece. Because clay doesn't, the slip doesn't have
The compression.
compression. That's the difference between throwing and
Slip casting.
slip casting. Slip casting isn't going to be as strong because doesn't have the
doesn't.
compression. It just, you pour it in there and it dries. Opposed to when I'm doing this, I'm throwing it, I'm compressing it, making it, you're aligning the grain of the clay.
Yeah, you're building a grain. And you can hear that kind of discussion going on. The fellow who did the experimental archaeology pottery in Secrets of the Castle, who you can also see on Time Team.
Yes, when he was a bit younger.
Yes. Okay, that's still a bit much.
He's very lively.
Yes. He's
Speaker.
the wiry potter build. Because potters come in two basic shapes. Kind of like blacksmiths in that way. They come in wiry and fire plug. Because you're
And I am not the wiry.
no. The fire plug is a lot more common. I'm just getting started, thanks. Better for using those items. Yeah,
Yeah.
a thrown piece is going to be more durable in the long
And
run.
also, you're going to end up with less dust in the air because you have
Yeah, and you don't want to breathe the dust.
that a lot of people who did a lot slip casting for decades end up with,
Silicosis.
lung disease. They can't breathe because it's like coal miner's lung, only it's
It's known as
Sili-
white lung versus black lung.
yeah, which is what I was saying before you interrupted me. But yeah,
You don't want to end up with a lot of silica in your lungs. It doesn't come back out.
no, it doesn't.
Okay, so both of these are mugs. Okay.
None of the messages are coming up over here, which is really
I have
kind of
no
interesting.
idea why.
Might want to take the fermentation jar picture down.
Oh, yeah, I actually forgot that it was still up. My apologies. Boop. There we go.
And see. Lisa Williams, Jane Taylor, and C.A. Follier. Hello.
No. Here, get the hand all the way into the jar.
It's just one of those days with,
Funky signal.
technical issues.
Yeah.
Please
No,
stand
they-
by, yes.
Let's see. Earlier today we did a
Film
stream
unloading.
from the phone, and our apologies for the looking like it was filmed on a ship. We were using a new app on the phone, in which case it was a lot more sensitive to motion.
But a lot better
Oh,
video.
much higher resolution, yeah. And we were able to send the data to all the places all at once.
Or at least 2 out of
2 out of 3 because there was a setting change and I hadn't managed to fix it apparently last time I tried to. Meh. Always like it when you slice through the layers. Because you can see the
You can see the layers all the way through.
cross-section.
Yeah.
so cool looking. We're making hypno mugs. You, Clay, come back here.
More the capsule base swirl, but the handles are solid color.
Yes. Oh, which reminds me, I need to make black handles, don't I?
Yes.
There we go. In case in point, the clay is being different densities. These 2 blocks of clay weigh the same amount. The white block is bigger than the black block.
Because porcelain isn't as dense.
No, what's interesting is the individual molecules of clay on the porcelain are physically larger.
That's why it's so smooth.
Yes.
It doesn't have grit, it's more refined.
Yeah. It's a primary clay versus a secondary or tertiary clay.
Yes.
Meaning that it was.
It has fewer inclusions.
Yes. When the clay was laid down, it was not weathered
Yes.
and redeposited. Science.
And
The
now,
people who
now
say
that
there
it is
isn't a
shaped,
lot of science in ceramics are full of it.
yeah, well, everybody believes what they want to believe. And you can't change that.
Love the swirls. You have to be cautious when you're using 2 different colors of clay. You have to make sure they have similar properties.
It doesn't mean that they have to have similar color.
No.
And you want to get me the red silicone tool.
One red silicone mini tool. This is always the pretty part. And she wipes all the top layer of goo off and reveals the spirals. Oh well, there's drip marks at the bottom.
Oh, that kind of looks cool. But
Yeah. To reveal more, the better.
new.
There we
There
go.
we go.
Okay, cool. I did get the right size chunky clay.
There we go. These ones are always kind of fun.
Yeah. We have
Too.
orders for 2 of them.
That was a towel that hit the shelf. That fun. That really is.
Phoenix. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, there's fiber content to that lump. I think it may be 50-50 clay. Yes, love the swirls is the long
Okay.
last because up there.
It's not coming up over here.
I have no idea.
No idea.
Maybe that poor reject of a phone is not getting along with the latest update. Yeah, because you're getting
on the side of my
you're
mouth.
getting more of the notifications of who's watching.
That's all I'm getting.
Yeah.
And over there, you're getting the.
I'm getting
That's
all the
interesting.
people's. Yeah, I'm getting all the comments, but not necessarily seeing all of the who's watching notifications.
I've been noticing that for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe if you restart this one.
Yeah, maybe physically restart the phone. Come here,
Damn
you.
you. You. That was the pool.
Oh, there's actually sound coming out of this one too. Okay, power off.
You start.
Is this the one that yells droid when you restart it?
No. I think that
Okay.
was the one before that one.
I was so thankful when the phone stopped doing that.
There we go. And now.
Okay, it's off. And the wind. Let it, yeah, nice cold boot on this. Where old phones go to die when they stop having online capabilities. They become small computer,
Small tablets.
small tablets,
That's all it is
small
anymore.
workshop tablets. There's one here, and there's one at the
Garage.
glazing station.
In the garage.
Yes, the garage.
Like before we moved the glazing room was the laundry room.
Yeah. I just stand here waiting for it to finish booting. This is one of the many reasons why this one is not.
Well, that one was also old.
Yeah, this particular one's what? 8 years old now?
4 years old.
4 years old?
5 maybe.
Let go of my butt, cat. Let go of my braid as well. Let go. Nope, mine. My hair. Okay. Oh no, the 8-year-old one is at the glazing station. That's
It's
what
your-
it is.
It's your jukebox.
It's my jukebox. Yeah. Yeah, because that one pretty much the only things it does is play videos, play music. Nix? She came around the front hunting my braid. Scrolling. Come on.
Okay.
Here we go. Now there's words.
Oh, good.
Now it's not giving you those like wave notification things that you were getting for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just don't know. Yeah, Nix, step on the bat. But she tried to bite it!
Get it.
She left a groove. The claws. Oh goodness! Look at the claw, girls! Oh goodness, you can actually see the full paw! Are you helping? Are you being a helpful kitty? Are you gonna put your paw up again? Good old laugh emoji. What's the matter? Is your foot dirty now? Just shaking the paw.
Oh, now we have. It's
Huh.
still not.
Have you ever marveled different colors that play together? Do their different properties make them not play well together? Also, Kitty is helping.
Yes, Kitty is helping.
These two colors, it's the
Yeah,
marvelization.
you have to make sure that they get along, because if they don't, it'll rip itself apart in the drying, or possibly even the firing. Because if they have different shrinkage, or if they don't dry at the same rate, they can.
The best case scenario then is that it warps horribly.
Or if it's really bad, it could blow up in the hill.
Yeah. These ones have, despite the fact that one of them is a porcelain and one of them is a smooth dark clay, they have really similar
It has
shrinkage rates.
a lot of the same properties as the wood
Yes.
one. About as on it, yeah.
Yeah. Most of the ones that we do with this spiral bit are much smaller than what we've got going on right now.
we go.
Apparently, it'll stop feeding the bit on there, which we still get I don't know it'll just
Because
go
this
back
one
to-
isn't updating it either. This one is
Okay.
just total. Might as well just shut this one down.
Yeah.
It might be better because that way it's less draw.
Yeah, because these two things are pulling off the same network. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Next.
Next. They also, you can't have one that's really hard or really soft.
Yeah, they've got to be similar.
Yeah,
in
because
consistency.
that doesn't work.
No.
I had one was much harder than the other.
It's that one color was trying to squeege out from away from the other.
Yeah, didn't work.
Mm-mm. And wow, that was stunning. Oh, thank you.
I did these one day. There's a bag of either sitting right next to me, and I was bored. I was kind of,
Give me a piece of that and a piece of this.
Yeah, I haven't done anything like that in a long time. I made like 4 or 5 of those. People really like them. So, okay, I'll make more.
Yeah, because if you guys see at home, they just start off as vertically black and white. And by
It's
the
how
time
much the clay moves when you're throwing.
Yeah.
You
it's
see the swirls. It's like each one is going to be different. They're never going to be 2 that are identical.
the lady was asking about thrown versus slip cast. Right there with these, you can see the grain structure that develops.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got the oscilloscope looking thing going on at the moment. I always wonder how it looks with the frame rate versus the spin.
Yeah.
The screen as it's coming up right now, that's the still at the very beginning of the feed. But the comments are still coming up. So we're over there we're not viewing the live feed of video, but it is still live.
And we're still getting the comments. So
We are still getting the comments.
okay. Oh, that's very interesting.
I was noticing when I was on my computer this morning that the internet
Internet's being funky.
is very laggy.
Could have been some of the problem we were having this morning too. I just think that was mostly from.
My Facebook memory came up not that long ago. It was you can't dodge lag.
No, you can't. We were
Because
playing
somebody
a
gets
game
your-
last night.
Oh yeah. How many times did you have to log back in?
It was like 3 times in an hour.
Yeah, we weren't playing that long.
Don't starve together. All 3 of us. Like the picture that I posted. Picture of rented team. There's 3 of us. Yes,
Rented
we are
team.
rented team.
Running team is not the name of any one individual. Running team
Yeah.
is the 3 of us. There's the 2 of us that you see all the time, and there's my brother who's the quiet one.
I actually did make those costumes.
Yes.
Oh, but the little one. My mom. She was the
she
one who
crocheted.
She crocheted.
Did she feed the ribbons through, or did you do the ribbons?
Probably did the ribbons.
It strikes me as something that she wouldn't do.
Yeah. She liked crocheting.
Yes. Do not ask that lady to knit. No.
Did a couple times. She could.
And she cussed the whole
Oh, she did
time.
not like me.
There was a couple of twist ties from before.
Yeah. But yeah, she really liked crocheting.
Yep.
And crocheted coats.
These 2 forms go here. How many of the black and white mugs do you want to throw?
I'd say at least 4. They
Okay.
sell.
You are on 3 of 4, and I have 4 cut right now because we have orders for 2. So that would leave 2 for open stock.
Yeah.
Do you want to do any of the beaker shapes?
Sure, we can do some beaker shapes. Should I do beaker side? Beaker or S side, guys?
Oh yeah, the narrow, the graceful narrow S shape.
Yeah. Actually, I could do all the way up.
Yeah, because that way you see it through the glaze. Well, that was
There.
that was a refresh. Hiccups.
Got more.
This is.
Oh.
Scroll. Yes. How many are you throwing today?
Oh. Only about. Usually you throw like 10 to 15 cups at a sitting.
Yeah.
Sometimes more.
Sometimes less, as it's
Sometimes
not a good muscle day.
Yeah.
So that's
Sometimes my
piece number.
shoulders hurt, sometimes my back hurts. I had a whiplash injury that never healed right. So sometimes my back really hurts. But it comes and it goes.
Does your bad knee ever bother you while you're throwing?
Occasionally. But the fact what bothers me more sometimes is my ankle.
Your ankle.
No, because you
You're
have to
pivoting.
you're
of
pivoting.
course.
pivoting and the foot pedal. Like
Oh,
gas pedal or brake pedal.
there's a good
Have you ever
reason-
tried to drive with a sprained ankle?
You know, there's a really good reason why I always close my eyes when I smack 2 pieces of clay together. It got me next to the eye and up the nose.
Yeah, my ankle, I have small ankles. They've never been very strong. I've sprained my ankles ever since I was a little kid. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's,
You're protective of your ankles.
and when I was younger, I didn't realize you could break your ankle and not know it.
Of course.
Yeah. I was told that there was, that they could tell that I'd had 2 healed breaks.
Because they could feel the lumps on the bone.
Yeah, I broke my ankle and didn't know it more than once. But yeah, that's what it's kind of. Yeah, have you ever tried to drive a car with a sprained ankle? Or drive with a sprained wrist?
Yeah, that was actually dangerous for your co-pilot
I
because
had a metal brace. On
yeah, and being hit in the face with the
No,
metal
it was
brace
your-
is not the
it was
back
this.
of it.
It was.
Don't get hit by
change-
a water. It
it's
hurts.
It was time to change the disc.
Yeah,
was back-
back in the days when it was actually the CD player in the car.
And we're doing the
Audiobooks.
audiobooks that were still on disc. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Drove all the way to Arizona with a sprained ankle once.
Yeah. And that was when I started always pumping the gas.
Yeah, because I had to get out of the car.
It was one more thing for you to not move, not get up and walk on that ankle.
Yeah. So I wear boots that come up. They're work boots. The Z coils, which are the orthopedic shoes.
And get accused of being really fancy at home.
You think I couldn't be the only one that's ever driven with a sprained ankle. Always the right ankle, isn't it? When you're going to have to do a lot of driving.
And the one that I
Most recently sprained.
sprained was my left. With me, I sprained my ankle. I was taking a step downstairs to take the recycle out. Which reminds me, I need to put the garbage can out today.
Because tomorrow is garbage day.
And we need to not forget to put the garbage can out for a third week in a row. Luckily, we don't produce much garbage.
And we have a huge
And
garbage
I mean,
can.
freaking huge. Oh, which, yeah, the other thing I want to do is remember to put more of the juniper in the garbage can this time.
This time. Yes, that's something you have to do.
Yeah, she's extremely allergic to juniper.
Yeah, and there's
And
3
there were,
juniper bushes.
well,
And
there
had been.
they're all gone now. There are stumps that we're going to use.
You
as
guys are going to have to
climbing.
take care of them.
Yep.
Because I can't
They're
touch
dead
them.
now. Wow.
I learned this when I was a kid. My dad decided he wanted to have all evergreens in the front yard. You know, it was the typical juniper in the yard 70s motif.
If you wanted all evergreens, why did he plant a mulberry?
Because he wanted a tree. He wanted a big tree.
A
You have
big
to have
spreading tree.
tree. But other than that, he
There's
made sure that one wasn't kind of fruit which would be messy. It was kind of like, should have been a fruit tree.
I prefer, landscaping that is safe to eat.
Yes.
Okay, so that is our
Different
fourth
generation.
little piece. Yes.
Yeah, so he trimmed the junipers, so we had to pick them up and put them in the garbage. Hives. I had hives that were standing like almost an inch tall. It was nasty.
And her having skin allergies like that is the reason why her offspring have never come in contact with much of things that would irritate the skin.
Like a lot of detergents.
Detergents, aggravating plant materials, you name it.
Have you read that message up there?
Yes, that was the right ankle one.
Oh, yeah.
Never the left ankle. Who is the right?
I've done the left ankle too.
Well, you don't have a good ankle. You just
Which
have-
is the bad ankle? Well, which was the one I most recently sprained?
Yeah. Stupid ankles. And we only had the 2 orders that were the black and whites because the third one we actually had the cup on the shelf.
Yeah.
It just had to wait for the cookie stamp to go with it to come out of the kiln. Which, that I might be able to ship that one out now. I think it had 3 items total, but I don't remember all
Well,
of
you'll
them.
have to
I'll check.
all ship out on Monday.
Yeah.
Because you have to be able to pack.
I definitely prefer edible surroundings. Yes. They're better.
Yeah.
That's why we've been steadily ripping out things in the backyard.
Like ivy.
Ivy and azalea and juniper and what are some of the other things I took out?
I'll leave that big old magnolia tree.
Yeah,
That's
the
kinda
magnolia
pretty.
tree's pretty.
The 2 cedar trees
And we'll
are
use-
huge. They're probably original to the house.
Yeah. They're
They're these beautiful, majestic old trees.
yeah. They're pretty.
They're pretty.
And we will leave the what we've identified as the California lilac in the front yard because it is a haven for pollinators. Walking by it yesterday, it sounded like I was walking past a beehive.
It's the bee bush.
It's the bee bush. It's this big sprawling
We
woody
planted
bush.
last spring. We planted 3 grapevines.
3 grapevines.
They'll take
yeah.
a few years to be anything more than a few twigs in the ground. We've done this 3 times now. This is our 4th time of planted grapevines.
And we know how long it takes for them to mature in the ground.
Yeah.
We got them in the first year we moved in. It'll be another 2 years, I think, before we eat grapes.
Yeah. But these are all table grapes.
Yeah.
Table grapes mature sooner.
Yes.
Just saying.
And they haven't been chewed on by the deer so far this
I
year.
haven't seen the deer.
No. Of course, somebody may have chewed on the deer.
Yeah.
Well, it was a small herd that would roam down through the neighborhood. There was like 3 of them.
I know, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Except for the fact they kept chewing on the grapevines. It was supposedly was helping them establish good roots.
Yes. Because they did die. We also have our medieval veggies in the front yard.
Yes. And the parsley that's trying to take over the world.
And we have mint.
I always, remember reading that parsley was annual. Apparently not where we planted
We
it.
couldn't keep it alive in the thing.
No. Couldn't get it to grow much at all.
Yeah.
And we've been taking the tag ends of our green onions and sticking them in the ground.
With garlic.
Yep.
I have a
Garlic.
patch of garlic.
Yeah, I think that might actually be elephant garlic in that. There was some volunteer garlic in the backyard when we moved in.
We didn't pick it last year.
No.
And now we have like 3 times as much garlic, which is good, which
Yes.
is why we did that.
Actually, there was 1 head of garlic last year. Now there's
A lot.
8, 12 garlic in the backyard.
There's some over there. There's some over there. We planted some in the front.
Yes.
Garlic is good.
What you looking for?
This.
I've seen what
It's the
you're
tool
looking
that I
around.
just had a few minutes ago. Where is it?
I think that one's another mug. I mean, it could just be an S size.
No, this one's a mug. It's
Okay,
all-
so that's mug 5 then.
But this one was really big. It was a really big
Yeah.
piece.
Well, some of the earlier mug pieces, they were being measured at like 22, 24 because, well, the content of porcelain is less dense, makes a bigger piece with less weight.
Yes.
So all of you get to be mugs. You get handles. I should pull the handles.
The handles will be black. But
Yeah, the handles will be solid black.
you're not going to have marble handles.
No, that would
It
be.
would not be good because it's not going to be thrown.
You're not going
It's-
to have the compression.
Yeah. Said.
Hello, Rain.
Yeah, great.
Oh, it's neat, like your video. You for the bike. And we checked this time and I fixed whatever was wrong and it should be feeding through to YouTube now. When I checked, it seemed to be feeding through to YouTube twice. So I have to fix
See?
something else. Oh, I made it so it worked. Twice over.
Twice as well.
There we go. Notice your water was getting low. And I need a board for handles. Yep, this one's got handle marks all over it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to basically seal
Really
my chair.
confused the guys at Lowe's when we first
Oh,
moved
yeah.
here.
We went to Lowe's and we asked for them
Piece
to
of
cut.
plywood right here. Can you cut it into 8 equal pieces?
And
they're
they wanted
good.
the sheet
But
of plywood
and it's
cut up
well,
into.
I can't guarantee it'll be exact. It doesn't need to be
It
exact.
doesn't need to be exact.
He made sure that they were
Oh,
all
I know.
exact.
But beautifully even.
Well, we couldn't take all of our scrap wood with us.
No, we had
That would be silly.
we left some of it behind and we gave away a good number of our wear boards before we moved.
Yeah.
It was probably like 100 to 200 pounds worth of scrap lumber.
And it was able to make a lot of folding benches out of it.
Yes. We gave it away to a burgeoning merchant and crafter. And I think that this is enough clay for 2 handles.
That and the last like 5 bags of clay that didn't fit in the vehicle.
Yes. Because there was actually a few bags of clay that I was using for spacers. My apologies, this seems to be enough. I thought that this was going to be 1 handle, I think it's 2. It's 2 small handles or 1 very large one. And I needed 3.
And coloring the clay in. The longer I take to throw the piece, the more swirls it will have.
Doing the spiral pieces, have you ever purposefully taken longer to make more spirals?
No,
It's just 100% random.
it's all random. Because it's more fun that way. Unless I'm intentionally, but I don't usually intentionally do one or the other.
You've
The
had
little
honorary
mini cup.
pieces.
Yeah. And sometimes the shape, if you want a certain shape, it might take longer.
Do you want to do all black and whites, or do you want to switch over to one color or the other at some point?
I don't know. I suppose we could.
Because we do have some more black ones we need to do. There's some of those cool Iron Age ones.
Yeah, we could switch over to doing those after these next two pieces.
Don't remember what size. Yeah, remember it was a larger Iron Age cup. And I know we talked about actually finally getting around to making ourselves some Iron Age coffee cups. Because we personally like those shapes. And there's sometimes we don't.
Sometimes you get mostly one color or the other on top.
Oh yeah, because that one's largely black.
Yeah.
Which means that most of the inside must be white. Huh.
Yeah.
As I recall, we were out of black handles. If I'm remembering correctly.
I don't remember.
I can check the drawer.
Yeah.
Because yes, our handles.
We got that at Costco of all places too.
Yes. This
It
rolling
was,
rack.
what, maybe $30?
Rolling rack of 6 drawers. Each drawer is full of handles.
Yeah.
And is the drawers are labeled by color?
That way they do. It's okay. They used to be
One handle.
in.
It used to be in trays, one of those, filing boxes.
Yeah.
Rack things. Okay, so that is one handle there. We need 5 handles so far. One handle in there. There's 4-ish there. I'll make another 4 handles.
Yeah.
Just so that way you have enough of it to choose from. Because you see, we tend to always make more handles than we absolutely need at any one point. And we store the overage in Ziplocs.
Yeah.
Squish, squish, squish.
This. Why don't you get out the orders? Because I know we have orders for some black pieces.
Yes. That one has black cups in that order string. Red. That's black. Okay. There we go. So, 8 to 10 ounce Viking cup. A 16 ounce Stealth Pill.
Mug.
What?
Mug.
Mug. Sorry.
Okay.
Two more black mugs, but with fairies. And then the 16-ounce capacity Iron Age. 16-ounce capacity Iron Age. That'd be more like a 30-ounce piece of clay.
Yeah. And up we go. And that's it.
Dude. See if that one is still on the desktop. It might be, but it might not be. Not seeing it on that side. I'll look on this side. Nope, not on that side. There we go. So that'll be the Iron Age shape when we finish the last black piece. Not black piece, black and white piece.
Words.
Sorry. Yeah, you feed me two options. It's roll the dice whether the right one comes out. I'm looking at two blocks of clay. One's black and white. Which one did I say? The one I didn't want to.
And wow.
Oh, I forgot to bring the screen back up.
I just kind of did it.
Sorry. I'm gonna refresh it because I'm not entirely certain it was actually updating correctly. Ooh. No, it's still loading.
So, Christopher playing Star Citizen right now.
As far as I know, he's actually asleep.
I know. We
I
wouldn't
know.
even be able to.
No, if we were streaming and he tried to open up Star Citizen, it wouldn't launch.
Either that or crash everything we're doing.
Yeah.
True.
No, it's a game that takes up a lot of resources.
Lots of bandwidth.
There was one day when it was updating, and this was a couple of years ago, that all of a sudden couldn't even pull up email.
No.
That's kind of everything's timing out. What's up?
Everything.
Well,
And-
that's odd.
And Christopher comes around the corner. Sorry.
He didn't realize it was such a big update. He wouldn't have done it during the day otherwise.
He would have waited until we were asleep to get it going. So, that day we watched DVDs.
And if I
And-
wanted to look at something, I'd use my phone.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny.
And that was on cable internet.
Yeah. Well, he has a hard drive. A separate hard drive for that
Just
game.
for that game, yeah. And it's a solid state drive.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, Sarah. I mean, look.
Yeah. Apparently our connection is not terribly happy today.
Yeah.
It finally came back up. Mouse, come on, mouse. I know I'm using the wrong hand. Belinda's, I love your cookie stamps.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. And we will be, the next day or two, I should be getting the latest 2 patterns up on the website. And actual photographs of them rather than the placeholder that's up there for the Plague Doctor.
The first batch are killed today.
Yes. The 2 new patterns are Greyhounds and Plague Doctors. Which reminds me, I want to play around with you the actual pen part of your surface and see about using it to manipulate that drawing that I've done as Plague Doctor for doing a possible future design. So like, I could do this with my mouse, or I could move a copy of the file over there.
And she can play with
And I
all
can-
that. That's
Yes.
what she wanted me.
It
She
is
wanted
not.
to get that
I've
one
done
for
that
me for my
precisely
birthday,
once.
is so she can have something.
I'm
Play
only
with
going
it.
to have that kind of access to that machine on a regular basis once you get a new one.
And that's gonna be years out.
and
still.
that is still years out.
years out. Oh, it works fine.
Yeah, not
Why
bad for a laptop that's
Over 3 years
over
old.
3 years old.
I like my laptop.
I'm
It was
glad
very nice.
I found a good one.
It was expensive. Though.
It was a pricey laptop, yes. Ooh, I like the spiral on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's a 29-ounce chunk of clay right there for doing that. Yes.
Right there.
I also have the side view drawing right there that I did the other day because doing a coffee cup size for us. Oh, I reloaded it. Look at we have pixels again.
We have pixels
Well,
that are moving?
Yeah, that are both moving and that you couldn't measure with a ruler. Yeah. Michelle, go.
Because as far as I know, this is the only machine on.
Yeah. But
Except for my phone is.
I don't know
Yeah.
why the connection is so poor today.
Yeah.
Erratically poor at that.
Yeah.
It's not like last week when we kept having one or another of the machines update on us.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Pixelation's back. I was wondering how long it would take. And we'll just close up the porcelain for now. Do you want me to add any water to the porcelain bag, or is it a good consistency?
It seems to be okay.
Okay. You were complaining about it, so I had whistle.
No, they were both the same consistency.
Okay. Cutting them, the porcelain puts up more resistance to the wire.
It's a stiffer clay,
Yeah.
but not until it moves.
And then it wants to keep moving.
Yeah. Thing is, just a lot of these
The lights.
Iron Age pieces is they have the really little bottom.
Yeah. Not entirely sure why they had such tiny bases.
And they have those interesting lips.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of
Not-
cool looking, but
But it's like 20% wider.
yeah, well, I was just looking at the picture.
Yes.
Well, that's something this clay will do.
Yes. Rain.
Another cloud. That's why it suddenly got darker in here.
Yes.
Yes, there is a ceiling light in here.
We almost never use it because, unless we actually do come out here at night after sunset. The light switch for this room
It's inside.
is inside.
It's in the family room.
It's on the far side of 2 sliding glass doors from us.
That also says to you, this isn't
This
a real.
is not. Yeah.
It's not a real room.
It's not an extension. It's a very elaborate patio.
Which is good for
It's
what
a
we use it
storm
for.
patio. Like you have storm doors, which aren't
Yeah.
the same thing as
That's a storm door right there.
exterior doors. Yes, that is a storm door.
I think that storm door had been on the front.
I suspect so.
Just like that sliding glass door, I think had been on the family room. That window, I think, had been in the family room.
Yeah. I think they did some extensive remodeling to the window arrangement in the family room.
Yeah.
That's some pretty heavy rain right now.
Yeah, it is.
By the way, this room does not have much in the way of insulation, shall we say. It has the styrofoam sheet stuff directly above us.
And it has, well, ceiling over. Yeah.
And some of the windows are dual pane.
And some of them are just pieces of glass.
Some of them are just pieces of glass.
With wood holding them in place.
And I have installed some insulation in the gapping along that wall there. Of course, this cat has pulled some of it back out.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that you're using the shape on the computer screen.
Oh yeah, there was one over there too. But we have the one for the order.
Yes.
Which is the one I did them from originally anyways.
Yes. That was the
Oh
original.
wow, look at the wind.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really
That's just
stormy out
really
there.
cool looking. Okay, I like to watch it storm, guys.
She doesn't like it when she's faced into a corner when she does throwing. She likes being able to look out windows. As a result, this room is perfect.
Yeah.
The only actual solid wall is the one she has her back up against.
That's fine. I know it's nice.
So, yeah, maybe a little bit more shoulder.
Yeah,
Not that bit
but
there.
not by
Not by
much.
much. No.
I'm sorry. I got caught in watching the wind and the
Storm.
rain.
Hey ho, the wind and the rain.
Rain.
The rain, it raineth every day.
That's why we moved to Washington.
Well, this is traditionally Eagles weekend, right?
Yeah.
This is traditional Eagles weather.
Oh, that it is. Oh.
Can you imagine the thick mud that Lynx Hollow Park is right now? If this storm is hitting down there as well?
If it isn't now, it will be in a few hours.
Yep. Because these storms tend to travel south. Do you want another piece of the same size? Do you want one a little bit bigger for the next one?
Another one that's a little bit bigger.
Because I was looking at that going, I don't think that's quite enough clay.
Yeah.
Maybe more than 36 ounces?
Sure.
That's why the kitchen sink almost always have windows, so you can look out at the pretties while working. Yes,
Yeah.
because nobody wants to stare at a blank wall.
Jeez. Some of the houses we looked at,
Oh, I
Kitchen
know,
sink
they were
was a-
horrific.
the kitchen sink, and you look at a blank
There
wall.
was one that was looking into a corner.
Yeah.
A dismal, dark corner.
Yeah.
That was the one that looked like the had extended the house beyond out in front of the kitchen. Yeah. It's just with these guys, it's always holding them up so you can see that perfect side view.
You.
You are unamused by the rain, aren't you, Kitty? He's got an ear turned back. Why? So that one's 36 ounces.
See if the rain is actually. We'll also check the plants on the porch area there.
No, the rain, the angle of the wind is such that it's not quite touching the artichokes. So despite the pouring rain,
Yeah.
we have to go water the artichokes.
Well, it is a shelter location.
Yeah, we did plant them there in hopes that they would survive the cooler temperatures, because apparently they're going to be more cold, fragile plants.
It was one of the more cold, fragile of varieties.
My apologies, I picked out the wrong variety of artichoke. Put the,
They're thistle plants.
yes,
Giant thistles.
edible thistles.
Yes.
I like artichokes. Growing artichokes ourselves in the past had kind of, I don't rather ruined us for the store-bought ones.
Yeah.
Because after the artichokes finally, after like 4 or 5 years, reached the end of their life cycle due to a drought
Mm-hmm.
and died, we went, oh, we'll just pick up some from the store. Oh goodness, they had no flavor. And then that was the last time we had artichokes.
Well, we're gonna have a lot of artichokes.
Yay!
We have like 8, 10 artichoke plants now.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yay! Well, if all else fails, we pickle. We do pickled artichoke hearts.
Well, lots of artichokes this winter.
It looks more like more the right size piece of clay. I can say, as the fellow who's receiving this one, I hope he has big hands.
That'd be a big cup.
It would
That'd
be
a big damn cup.
It would be one of those that make you feel like a hobbit. With 2 hands. Especially with, as those ones were, without handle. I was getting totally distracted looking up and watching you throw in 2 screens at once and the time offset between the 2. Where on one screen it's still a cylinder and on the other screen it has shape.
Cool.
It's got that subtle gallery.
Yes, Sarah.
Oh, the water bucket with a wheel. The drip bucket is full. So I'm like, it doesn't, there's a drip sound. It doesn't sound quite right. I look down, like, oh, I see why. Here we go. And just kind of bail a little bit of the water out of there. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Where'd my tool go? There it is. It's right in front of me. I'll never find it there.
It's in the tool arc. It's that semicircular space at arm's length. Now the sun's coming back.
Yeah, you can just hear the water trickling through the drainage.
Yeah.
I like the way the drainage is.
Yeah. I never really appreciated proper guttering until we lived in a place without any guttering for over a decade.
And it rained a lot when we installed too.
Yes. And people go, well, aren't you going to, how are you going to put up with all the rain in Washington? After all, you're from California.
Depends on what part of California.
There's parts of California that are desert. There's
Like
parts
that.
of California.
There we go.
Yeah.
Actually,
But you're going to outturn the lip a little further? Is that what you were angling at?
yeah. There. And now back to ones that are little more reasonable size.
Yes. Next we have a 16-ounce black mug.
Okay. Can do that.
This one, thrown. There.
It's the pantomime.
There.
Oh, more Iron Age pieces.
No. 8 to 10 ounce Viking.
Okay, little Viking.
And we need a big darn Viking mug as well. The opposite end of the size.
A big gem mug.
Big damn mug. With a narrow row of Viking markings towards the top, so I have a gallery below it for decoration.
Okay.
One of those again.
Those ones look kind of cool though.
Yeah. Here you. Yeah. So it says that. Fun.
Yeah.
And then we also need second 16-ounce mug. Go. And a 12-ounce mug.
I can make it. Should I make it roundier?
Yeah, make it roundier. Well, especially since it's going to have the spiral pattern on it.
Oh,
And
so
a fairy
that
on the
also
bottom.
helps to know what's
Yeah.
going to be on it.
Well, the spiral pattern fits on so many different pieces.
Yeah.
It's the one for Leanna. Which will have
And then the little one, which is for her. Neither
oh, it says 2-color swirl. It doesn't list which colors on the card. I'll just have to go
Because
back
she kept changing her mind. She's one of my former students, so it's
It's the kind of commentary you want to make about friends. And here's
yeah.
the one for her mini me. It's a 12-ounce mug, also with fairy, but with the polite squished fairy.
Well, she'll never get a polite one. It's not just the way she is. She likes the rude ones.
Yes, Leanna's getting the not safe for work fairy. She's like, the kid's underage yet. Kid gets butt fairy.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
reasonable.
reasonable.
Yeah.
And the other, it's the boy fairies are cute in their own way. Not really appropriate for a little kid.
No. No. That's these two. Then go up here because they get fairies. This order will actually need a pen. And I need to mark off which ones. It's the one that was all the Greek pieces and then a couple other ones.
Yeah. Great. Viking.
Viking and Stealth Pell. Stealth Good Pell. Because it's fun to do random acts of kindness while nobody's looking.
Yes.
It's like, the tale of the cup that was given to Meow.
That was great.
Where he had a friend who custom ordered him a cup, picked up the cup, and deposited it in his things. Not telling him where it came from, who did it.
Well, he could tell where it came from.
Well,
because
yeah,
he's
he
also
knew
one
who
of the
did
customers.
it.
Yes.
It was fun. Well, also we know how big his hands are.
It's big meaty hands. Yeah, making handles for people with big hands. Mine are tiny.
Yes. And covered in black clay at the moment.
Rawr.
Well, that one's got pretty throwing things. And that one will have purple and turquoise glaze.
Good to leave the throwing rings on it.
Yes.
Okay. That is nice sticking with them.
And that will shrink and be much smaller. Honestly, that piece of clay was much smaller than that piece of clay.
3 times. You know?
Yes.
Because I'm going, I thought this was one. Maybe it's a different piece that's the smaller one.
Ooh, this one only weighed 22 ounces.
It was a happy piece of clay. That's what it wanted to be.
Apparently.
And this one is
16-ounce mug and it'll have Pell on it. The Pelican. Oh, Kathy Phillips is right.
hello.
Right, could you give me a shot?
Hello! There we go. Get the hand over
It's-
there.
Hello.
Scary mud monster hand in the camera. Yes. I think there will be enough clay left if we want to attempt making ourselves a pair of Iron Age mugs.
Okay, I can do that with the last 2.
Very end. Actually, there might be enough for 2 Iron Age mugs and a mini. Because our morning clock, Kathy says,
Hello.
any chance my bowl is on the list today. There's the bowl with the fairy on the bottom. It is drying.
Okay.
Take 2 on that bowl is drying, because the first one was an impolite word during the drying and developed
Was
the
that
San
bastard?
Andreas fault.
It was that bastard.
It was that bastard, yes.
You said bull!
Bug. I was as good as the plates the other day. Which ended up as very large bugs.
My hands are very suggestible.
Straight from the ears to the hands. Nope. Did not stop the brain.
Yes.
It's going, hey, what shape are we supposed to do?
Oh,
I heard the word bowl. Got left emojis. So, that's okay. It's not the first time this has happened.
that's funny.
The other day it was a few weeks ago, we were throwing some large plates. They came up as extremely large mugs, which was fine because
We had orders for extremely large rugs, which
we
is
just changed up the order in which we were doing throwing.
good shape.
Actually for the Pelicans, taller is better.
And this is how you make it go back in. It's
There,
a technique
Yes.
called collaring.
because you put your hands around like a collar and
And
squeeze.
Oh dear.
And saying things in unison like that is what occasionally unnerves people around us. It's like, guys, we live together, we work together, and right now we really don't spend any time apart.
Well, we have separate bedrooms.
Yes.
It's also something to do with we're mother and daughter.
Yes. So it's not just, familiarity and, constant contact, it's also genetics. Okay, so you have an 8 to 10 ounce mini Viking, moderate, small Viking. It's a
With
midget
Viking markings.
With Viking markings, yes. And a big damn mug with Viking markings. Narrow at the top, so I have decoration below.
And now it's outside.
Yeah, it's sunny. Do they keep predicting thunderstorms? We get the passing thunder showers, but we're not getting any,
The pretty thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
Pretty thunder.
Thunder be pretty sounding.
Yeah.
We have had one or two really good thunderstorms that, from the sounds of it, directly overhead.
Yeah.
One of them was when we were working out in the garage last year.
Yeah.
I think that was before we had this area set up. They went right overhead. We had the garage door open.
Yeah, because that way I had a big window to look at.
Yes. You do not like a lack of window. It makes you very grumpy. And he says, love storms. Yeah. And now we have
And
the
the steam.
warm sunshine and the roofs around us are steaming. Thing with being up on a hill, you see a lot of roof.
Yeah, we see a lot of them. But that's okay.
We'd see more if it weren't for the fact that you also see a lot of trees.
Yeah.
like all the
the
trees.
plum tree, the cedar trees, the big old magnolia tree.
The fir, the Japanese maples of various subspecies.
Yeah.
We have one of the two Japanese maples stays red.
The other
that'd
one
be
starts
purple
off red, turn green.
Goes through that lovely dark bronze stage.
Yeah, and that's the one that drops out the seedlings.
Yes, if
So if
anybody
anybody
one,
wants a seedling, we could ship it to you.
yeah, because we don't live in California anymore. So long as you don't live in California, we could send one to you. Because honestly,
We're not we don't live in California. Maybe we didn't know that. No, that's wrong. Yes, and it was a joke.
Yes, as only a former Californian would joke. Because when you go into and out of California, you pass through the border patrol stations. They're agriculture inspections.
They're border patrol stations.
Border patrol, because they don't just ask you
Coming
about
back into California from Oregon, towing a trailer. 50% of the time they want to see what was there. That's what's in your trailers? Camping equipment.
it's a 6
They
by
look
10
at you.
trailer.
They look at you with the hairy eyeball, and it's kind of like,
The first time we had this happen, that I was in the car, we had a padlock on the back of that trailer, which had a tendency of sticking. So it took, oh goodness, about 5 minutes to actually get it unstuck, pry and get everything open. Because here I am hanging from the lock with 1 foot braced up against
first I get out. I
tires.
tried to get it to open.
You couldn't get it to open.
It's Sarah. She couldn't get it.
I'm banging on the lock because I know I've dialed the combination in right. And finally, when it does pop open, it's like, okay, fine, get the door open. We have a wrought iron sign holder. So each of the uprights is about 3.5 feet of wrought iron stake, basically. Karen says, I would like a seedling.
Okay. Well,
Which is also,
you could PM us
Yeah.
with your address and
we could get one out of the yard because
We'll
that's
see what it-
every year.
yeah,
There's
probably just a little pack, a little box.
Mhm.
It costs maybe $2-3 for shipping.
As long as I keep it under 13 ounces, it wouldn't be more than $4 shipping cost.
Yes. So yeah, and we could look up with the address what it would. But yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, and that I could use the to have a spacer so it has air on the inside. I could use one of the old strawberry baskets.
Yeah.
I have plans.
Or
Because it's a
toilet paper tube.
or toilet paper tube. We have lots of that sitting around.
Yeah.
And I know we have seedlings sprouted, but
Yeah.
we just hadn't, pulled them out of the ground yet. That thing, I've never had a yard that has produced so much in terms of tree seedlings.
Yeah.
We have pine tree. We actually put one of the pine tree seedlings in a pond. We're gonna have a small Christmas tree for next year, courtesy of the front yard. We have the constant production of maple seedlings, the Japanese maple seedlings.
Yeah. It's a very pretty tree.
We have a little seedling from the cedar tree.
Yeah. A little. And we've put some of them in pots already.
Yes, we have.
I can't remember if we've put one of the maples in.
I did. I don't know
recently.
whether it's still alive.
Yeah, we'll have to check it out.
I'm not using that one right now.
Yeah,
But
this
yeah.
is a big darn mug. So yeah, we can
Yeah.
get that settled just stream.
Yes.
Because it just feels wrong to pull them out and toss them away.
I know.
Because like, you were a happy plant.
Especially
It's
when I planted one, I put one in a pot and it
It
stayed
started
alive.
growing.
Yeah.
The other thing that produces a lot of seedlings, and I collected all the seed pods off of the bush last year, it's the white hibiscus. Big white hibiscus blossoms.
It's only about 4 or 5 feet tall.
Yeah, it's
It's up to the bottom of the window now.
yeah. We're gonna be able to see blossoms from inside this room.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
And I know they're viable because the few that I missed,
We're growing.
yes. And so some of the
Trying to keep them out of our vegetable patch, though.
yes. It's like you are not a leek or a garlic. You do not belong in that bed. I suppose it's the benefit of keeping, all the same leaf shape in one vegetable bed. Anything that doesn't look like that. I should check on our leeks.
Well, they've been watered.
Yes, they have. A la Thunderhead. We'll have to. Blech.
The size. Finally at the top.
I take down the picture of the Iron Age piece, but we're going to be throwing just a few more of those at the end of the stream.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool shape.
The next thing is tall or round.
The description was big darn mug. It's gonna have those below the banded decoration. It's gonna have those Norse horses.
Okay, that's what I needed to know.
So tall is actually good. How many pieces do you have to make? 8 handles. So now I did 6, 7, 8 handles there, and there's one there, so that's 9 handles. 5, that's 8. 9. I need to pull some more handles.
Get to it then, sir. What you just sitting for?
Meh.
Meh. I know. And here. There. And
Doing is I'm gonna. I was thinking maybe about 20 ounces of clay for the two attempts at Iron Age coffee mugs for us. And then the last little bit of clay will become about 2 more handles.
there you go.
And if all else fails, it just, put up more clay downstairs and make handles for one of
There,
those down
There's big mug. It's a big
Yes. That all that nice
real estate.
real estate for decoration. There we go. Yeah, this will be enough for at least 2 more handles. Oh yes, my board is over there.
It's mugginess.
Oh, no, maybe 3 handles.
It's always good to have one extra one.
Yes. Go. Yeah.
I was trying to decide whether it was a lump of something or an air bubble. It's right in the middle of the side.
Well, that's annoying. Ah, Karen says PM. Cool.
Okay, cool.
And we will get to your message when we get off the stream here.
Yes.
They're happy little cats in the backyard.
What?
They're such happy little seedlings. All over the place. And a lot of them are very easy for us to get up without damaging the roots because they sprout in the mulch around the base of the tree.
Yeah. And the ground here is really soft and friendly.
Oddly
That's
enough,
so
it's
nice.
kind of volcanic. It's like we're in Washington or something.
It's not clay. Heavy
Oh
clay soil.
goodness, no. Funny thing is, considering what we do for a living, grew up in an area with really heavy clay soil. Used the pick on the dirt in January to aerate it. Kind of heavy clay soil. I don't miss that dirt at all.
Oh, damn.
What down? Oh,
Well, that feels really thick. But then all of a sudden,
it
it went.
holds.
It
Oh.
hold.
Do you need the scoopy?
Sure. Oh.
There we go. There. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 handles.
There.
All sealed up now?
Yes.
Oh, that one's got the nice small base.
Yeah, I mean, the space smaller. I think it didn't need as much mass down there anymore.
True. Probably that one at least. Probably without handle. She was looking at a little picture that was
That you
view drawing
sketched.
that I sketched real quick the other day. Between doing this for well over a decade and a half, and all of the I like that lip shape, and all of the
There we go.
all the archaeology books we have, which show cross sections, side views of pieces. So yes, this is the kind of shape we're looking at because we're finding ourselves short one pair of coffee cups. In the
In
kitchen.
other words, you want to.
And
She wants a new coffee cup.
It's been a long time since we had new cups.
Years.
Yeah. And my normal coffee cups, they have dates 08 and 12. I think is the newer one of the two. No, I think no. One's a 6 and one's an 8. Yours is one of yours is a 12.
Yeah, it's the one that has 2 stamps on it.
Yes.
I made it up in Washington. This is before we lived here. We'd
Yes.
spend a month. That one was made in Tacoma.
Yes. As it used to be when we'd be up here for a month because we'd be up here for the Renaissance Fair in Bonnie Lake.
And the week before that was Highland Games in
Enumclaw. So we'd spend a month up here, in which case there was
stayed
no,
with family.
yeah, we'd stayed with
And
family.
it was great
They
fun.
had enough power run to their shop that we could bring our little kiln, the one that's nicknamed the little kiln that could. We'd bring a little kiln with us, we'd bring this wheel, we'd buy clay locally, and keep up with production because there's no way we could have enough pottery with us in advance
For 4
for
weeks.
4 weeks.
Yeah. First year, it was kind of like,
Oh no, yeah, the first year we didn't have any means of production with us, and it was not great that last weekend. But that was we were only doing the 3 weekends that first year. And the next year we had the wheel and kiln with us.
and we had, it was a cake wheel. We were doing demos.
Yeah.
And then it was type thing is, no, we can run electricity.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
Amy Hansen is good. No.
So that was kind of fun. I kind of miss staying there.
Yeah, in a way.
That was last year. We were all just, but
It was just not the same
It
because
wasn't
we
the
live up
same.
here now.
and
So we
we
went
weren't all set
home.
up yet either, so we
Yeah.
couldn't spend the extra time.
Oh no, because we had
And we were kind of planning to stay there more this year.
it ain't. No. And apparently the feed cut out for us again. Oh, that one's. It's cool. You can still see messages. It's just the visual has gone away. See the visual of we should remember his name, holding one of the black skulls. Okay, where's the cursor? There it is. I'm using the mouse with my offhand because it's less goopy. Amazingly, computers are not terribly against having clay dust.
I opened up one computer once and it was just covered in clay dust.
So caked.
After
so
that,
caked.
Christopher moved his out of the room with the clay.
Yeah. Ooh, nice.
Done?
Yeah, I think so. Look
And
at
that
that.
was the last piece.
And with that, we will be ending the stream today. Thank you everybody for watching.
Yeah.
Bye. I just put the
Now, sorry,